Hi guys, my name is Liz. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. If you're not new here, welcome back. I wanted to do this video to go over 7 healthy habits that will transform your life. I guarantee it. And this is the second time I've recorded this video because the first time I did it on my camera and I haven't been able to transfer those files from the camera to either my phone or my laptop. For some reason it's just not working, so here I am re-recording. But if you're interested in finding out or learning about some healthy habits and ways to incorporate that into your life, please keep watching. Okay, so number 1, cliche as it may be, honestly, you've probably heard all of these before, but I promise that they are legit. They're people say them for a reason. So number 1 is getting enough sleep. I feel like people don't really understand the power of sleep, myself included, up until this point, just because I am really on a weight loss journey. I mean, I have been for a while, but I've decided to really do everything that I can to help myself out, especially after being diagnosed with the Hashimoto's, thyroiditis, and having that be a factor as to why I can't lose weight. So I'm really trying to pull out all the stops and figure out what works. So 1, like I said, enough sleep, 7 to 8 hours ideal. It has made a difference in my life in terms of, I'm not going to say the weight has dropped or anything like that, but I feel better, obviously, getting a decent amount of sleep. And when I don't, I really feel the difference. And I think for a while I just was so used to not getting that amount of sleep or adequate sleep in general, and it was just what I was used to, that now that I'm getting good sleep, quality sleep, and the length of it is what I should be, I feel like a whole new person for the most part. I'm not yawning, sleepy throughout the day, usually not, at least. There are obviously days where that is the case, but it helps with so many things, like just brain fog. Obviously, it can help regulate your cortisol levels. It can help with weight loss. You just feel good in general. So I know sometimes it's hard to end the day at a certain time and get up at a certain time, and have a dedicated schedule for that, but I think it really, once you get used to it, it really is helpful. Number 2, moving your body. And when I'm saying moving your body, I'm not saying I mean going to the gym and getting a workout is, I think, ideal for everyone, but you can get in some steps in after work if you go for a 30-minute walk, which is just a couple loops around your block. During your lunch break, if you're in a corporate building setting, there's usually big parking lots. Walk the parking lot a few times, things like that. It doesn't have to be an hour to 2 hours strenuous did I say that right? Strenuous workout at the gym. Doesn't always have to be that way. You can kind of change it up, but just moving your body for 30 minutes a day is going to make you feel good, especially now that the weather's getting nicer. The sun helps you, getting that walk, the fresh air, just moving your body in any sort of way is going to make you feel, it's going to release endorphins, and we all know releasing endorphins is good. You're going to feel happier. It again helps mentally. It helps you relieve stress if that's something that you are going through. I know, and you probably have heard so many people, they say when they don't want to go to the gym and they go to the gym or get a workout in is when they feel the best about the workout that they did, or they feel the best after. Also, when people are upset about something, they're angry, they're sad, frustrated, whatever it is, they go to the gym, and after that they're feeling a lot better. It's kind of like a stress reliever, some form of therapy. So once you start doing it and incorporating it little by little, like 10-minute workouts at home, you know, then become 30 minutes in the gym, 45 to an hour, a 10-minute walk around the neighborhood, around your parking lot at work, like little things like that eventually will lead you up to just being more consistent and doing a little bit more. Is drinking enough water. We've all heard this from so many people. Every time we hear it, I think we all kind of just like roll our eyes, but it is very true. When you start drinking enough water consistently and then you stop, you'll notice how much your body actually craves it. It also helps you feel full. It also helps you kind of like curb cravings. Because sometimes instead of, you know, you feel like you're hungry, but you're not, you're actually thirsty. So it helps with that. And it also helps with losing weight. I know sometimes it's difficult to, you know, you drink a lot of water, especially when you're just starting off to drink water. If you're someone who doesn't drink water and then goes to drinking like 40 ounces, you're going to actually feel very bloated and uncomfortable. At least I did when I first started drinking water more. I felt like it was the opposite of what everyone was saying like it was going to do. Like drinking enough water will actually help you lose weight. But when I first started and I was drinking that much water, from being someone who barely drank water, I felt bloated constantly. I'm like this, I felt uncomfortable. But your body gets used to it. You start, like I said, craving that water. And for me, it's become, I will admit, on the weekends when I'm home, my water intake is trash. Absolute trash. But during the week, when I'm in the office, I have my 40-ounce simple modern tumbler and I drink that. Sometimes I'll drink two of those. Sometimes I'll drink two of those or almost two of those. And I really feel like, I think it does help a lot. It helps a lot with I'm a big snacker, so it does help me a little bit with the snacking, because I'll drink water and then if I'm still hungry, sure, I'll have a snack. But if I'm not hungry after drinking the water, then I know that was the issue. And I just honestly, mentally, I just feel good. I'm like, I'm drinking enough water. I know I'm doing something good for my body, and I'm doing it like while I'm at work, while I'm working at my desk. So it makes it a little bit easier, because I'm kind of like, it's there, it's visible, and it's in my face all day, 8 hours. So constantly taking sips, going to refill, taking those sips. And, you know, it's just something to take off my list because I know it's good for me. And if you're someone who's looking to lose weight like I am, that's obviously the better choice of drink than getting sodas or sweetened juices or things like that. I mean, I do also drink seltzer. That's like my afternoon drink at the house. But like during the day, just water and coffee. I won't lie, water and coffee. Which I guess I'll throw in a little bonus there. Don't drink coffee before breakfast. Drink coffee once you've had breakfast in your system, wait a bit, and then drink it. I've started to implement that a while ago, but it helps with cortisol levels and it doesn't spike them as high as having caffeine on an empty stomach. And once we start saying things like that out loud, you're kind of like, that makes sense, because why do we drink coffee? To wake us up, right? Most of the time. So that means strong. And if it's strong, something strong on an empty stomach, like it just kind of, it makes sense when you sit down and really think about it. So cortisol levels will spike if you do that. There's also, it's very acidic. Coffee is very acidic. So I guess like also having something that acidic in the morning. How many times can I say acidic? Having something that acidic in the morning on an empty stomach. That's why sometimes I guess people feel nauseous when you drink coffee on an empty stomach. So it's kind of just like putting two and two together. Like it makes sense. We shouldn't really be doing that. It just destroys your stomach. Nothing more to say on that. Okay, this one started incorporating, I want to say maybe a month or two now. and it's taking my vitamins. They really have helped with my mood and my energy to like the next level. I feel like I don't get that midday slump, and I have my routine that obviously everyone is different, but this is what I do. I take a Thyro Pro, which is a supplement for people with hypothyroidism. I take myonisitol, which I take in the morning, and then after breakfast also. Then after lunch, I take fish oil, I take pumpkin seed oil, and I take berberine. And before bed, I take zinc and I take magnesium. So these have really helped me. Everyone is different in the types of vitamins that their body needs. I'm seeing how this works for me just, for a bit. Right now, I'm feeling great. The only thing I will say about taking supplements, and depending on the supplement routine that you build, do your research on when you should be taking them, because sometimes the absorption is better after, meals or, things like that. And then also doing, and another thing I would say about supplements is like not taking them all at once. I did that in the beginning and I would feel so sick, like nauseous. It was just too much. So that's another thing to just consider. Maybe try and breaking them up per meal, or, figuring out a system instead of all at once. These next few are not physical health related. They're more of like a mental health type of thing. So the first one I would say is journaling, which is something that I'm very inconsistent with, I will admit. But when I do it, I do think that it helps me clear up, my mind a little bit, because we're all busy. We're all doing a million things throughout the day. We're all going through different emotions and can be kind of like a roller coaster. So really jotting things down and letting your thoughts out on paper really does help to clear your mind. So I would definitely recommend journaling, and you can buy, a regular notebook and just jot stuff down, or you can go on Amazon and write and purchase a specific journal that has prompts in it that will kind of help navigate you to how to journal if you're someone who's new and is kind of like, where do I start? So I have one from Amazon, and I'll plug it in somewhere here. It is really helpful. It's a day and night, and it kind of just outlines for you what you should be writing, and it gives you some sort of guide. So I definitely recommend, even if it's just grabbing a piece of paper and jotting stuff down, I think it really does help mental health, and I think it's a good outlet. So I would recommend that. The next one is getting dressed for the day. So I work in an office, so I'm getting dressed majority of the week. But when I'm home, or the days I have worked from home, I will just stay in pajamas all day. It's terrible. And I don't feel great. So something that I want to implement in my next role, because I did get a new job and it's hybrid. And what I want to do is, even on the days that I'm working from home, I want to get dressed to an extent. I'm not saying I'm going to, pull out my work pants, put on my flats, my loafers, and walk around the house that way. But to an extent, get ready for the day, whether that's maybe, an actual shirt that's not like a pajama shirt, or something loose and frumpy. And maybe, I want to start wearing, or my plan is to, when I'm home, wear structured clothes to feel put together, if that makes sense. So Melissa Flores, who's also, used to be here on YouTube and is an influencer now, not on YouTube, she has this rule where she only lets herself wear sweatpants or leggings once a week, which I think is great. She actually said that that's how she lost some weight as well, because she was wearing her pants, and eventually, you don't want to be uncomfortable. So it kind of like helped her lose weight, which I think is an interesting strategy. So I'm thinking just to feel put together, because I've worked from home before in the past in previous roles during COVID, and I wasn't getting ready, and you really do feel like such a slob sometimes. So in an effort to make myself feel good in my mental and feel healthy in that way and like confidence, I am planning to, even when I'm working from home, I'm going to get ready to an extent. So just get dressed, get ready, put on some mascara, you know, do your hair. Even if it's nothing else, it'll make you feel better instead of, it'll make you feel better instead of hair a mess, clothes a mess, everything a mess, and then you're just kind of like, look good, feel good. That's gonna be the new thing I'm trying. And the last thing that I have to note is getting up early. Now, I'm not saying wake up at 4 or 5 in the morning. If you don't choose to go work out in the morning, go for walks or whatever, don't do it. But if you're someone who, even on the weekends, sleeps until noon, maybe get up at 10 if that's early for you. You have more time on your hands, more time to do things, to be productive, and that's going to make you feel good. If I'm not productive, I don't feel good. I feel like it does affect my mood. It's boring, honestly, to just not do anything at all. And we have this mentality like, it's the weekend, I'm going to sleep in, and rightfully so. Everyone works hard. So yeah, sleep in, but there's no reason to be getting up from bed at 1 or 2 p.m. in my humble opinion. I just don't see what's the point. By the time you get up, the day is like done. So what's the point of the weekend if you're not going to actually enjoy it? But I guess that's a conversation for another day. But in my opinion, if you wake up early, whether it is 4 or 5 to go to the gym before work, I've done that, and I feel great when I do that, actually. First few days are a little rough, but then after that, you do get used to it, and you actually end up feeling really good. So it depends. Obviously, if I'm exhausted, I'm going to sleep in, but I don't feel good when I'm not productive or when I'm just rotting in bed or on the couch. Like, it's not a very good feeling. And during the week, obviously, I come into work, so I am getting up early, but I get up even earlier to go to the gym, and then I feel good. I feel productive. I feel like, okay, it's 8 a.m. I have to go to work now, and I've already like had a day. So that is more of a mental thing too. Like, you wake up earlier, you're going to feel good about yourself. You're going to feel more productive. You're going to have more energy. Like there's a lot of things, positive effects, and overall, all of these kind of relate to each other, I would say. And you can even habit stack a few of them. Like, you can just find ways to incorporate them, whether it's 1 or 2 at a time. I really do think that these habits, incorporating them slowly into your life, is going to be massive. Like, I really think that you'll feel better, even just including one. Do one per week, one new one per week, and I guarantee you'll feel really good about yourself. You will start having a better mentality about different things, like the day and how your situations that you encounter. So they all relate in a way where if you incorporate all of these, who can stop you? No one can stop you. So if you like this type of video and you want me to create different kind of versions of this, let me know. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. If there are any other habits that you're currently incorporating into your daily routine, please share below. Thank you.